Welcome everyone. Hi, welcome to Make Your Day Richer. I've always wanted to learn how to play the drums. That's always been a goal of mine. And I've had many drummers on this show over the years and have never asked. And that it will change in season 2. I promise. Welcome to Make Your Day Richer. I'm your host, Steve Allen. He's actually the original host of The Tonight Show. But anyway, for almost 30 years, Bill Williams has been brightening inboxes around the world by sending out daily humorous emails to his global audience. Now he's compiled that incredible collection of wit and wisdom into a new series of books, 20 years of internet humor, and some other interesting things. He's here to share the best of online humor and some fascinating tales from his career. So if that sounds like a good show to you, press the like button, press the share button, and let's start the show.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door.
Bill, thanks so much for being here.
Appreciate the opportunity. Thanks for the invitation.
Yes, it's a pleasure meeting you because you have been making people laugh and enjoy life for decades. How does that feel?
That's my goal. I thoroughly enjoy it. Love to hear people chuckle.
Where did this goal come from?
It was just an idea back in the days when internet was brand new and they had something called email. And a lot of people had it, but nobody was using it. That's true of my sales staff in the Midwest. And so I thought I need to get them to use it. So I started sending out a thought for the day, Monday through Friday, typically humorous, sometimes inspirational. Who knows? But it's worked. They started reading their email. And even better, they started sharing some of these jokes with their clients and their sales went up. That wasn't a bad deal either. Then the client said, hey, could we get on that list too? And email didn't have any postage, so why not? Now, about 30 years later, I'm still sending out a thought for the day, 5 days a week, free to anybody who'd like to get it. And I've got hundreds of people all over the country, most of whom I've never met or heard from. But I've also got folks in Europe, Asia, Australia even, that are getting these things. And I decided with all these strange little thoughts clogging up my computer, I might be able to do something else with it. So I thought, let's put out a book. I took it to a publisher and they said, this would not be a good book. This would be a good series. So probably have 10 or 12 volumes here.
Wow.
So the first one came out January 1st. It's available on Amazon, Books A Million, all of the local places. And it's gotten great reviews, 20 years of internet humor. And I got a review from the Los Angeles Times that said this would make a great coffee table book because people could sit down, pick it up, turn to any page and read for a couple minutes. So they might even get a chuckle out of it.
Okay, so when I hear volume, not like a series, but 12 volumes, that sounds to me like the Encyclopedia Britannica. How big are the books?
Well, the first volume is 367 pages. Okay, it's got 180, I believe, different stories in it.
I mean, it kind of sounds like you were the first one maybe to start doing like newsletters. Do we know when newsletters started? Because I think you started it, is what it sounds like.
If I did, it was totally unintentional. Yeah. No, I never considered it to be a newsletter. It was just something to get people to read it. Okay. Not a lot of news involved.
Yeah, but still like that, when everybody has a newsletter now, right? Every store, every person, everything has something that try to grab you and to attract you. And it sounds like you were the first one to
and a lot of folks are saying, hey, could I use some of this stuff in my newsletter? Sure. Fine. Just give me credit.
Yeah. Did you grow up always with that attitude?
Oh, good question. I grew up in a military base, and my whole career was intended to be an aeronautical engineer and design airplanes. I got my pilot's license in high school and loved it. I went to college as an engineer and discovered I hated math. So let's change things. Went through a bunch of different majors. was working part-time as a writer and a photographer for the local paper and wound up getting a bachelor's and master's in broadcasting and journalism. And so I did that for, at least 5 years before I went to Washington, D.C. and set up my own business as a communications consultant. And did that for another 20 years. And then I started raising a family and decided I'd been moving around all my life, and it was great. I had lots of great experiences, but heck, I went to 14 schools before I graduated from high school.
Wow.
And thought, I really don't want that for my kids, And my wife had family in Ohio, and I thought, let's move back there so they can be around aunts and uncles and cousins and make friends and have a hometown. But we did that. Let's face it, in Northwest Ohio, there's not a demand for film and TV directors. So I changed careers and became a financial advisor. And that's what I was doing when this thing got started. So a varied background, shall we say.
I guess so. I want to talk a little bit about maybe some ways that people today can start infusing humor into their everyday lives, like maybe some stories or some things that stand out from the book that you could share with us.
Oh, lots of those. One of the more popular ones was just a really brief story about Jenny, who was a mother of about a 8-year-old boy. And they were shopping at the grocery store, and they got home with this bag of groceries, and Jimmy went straight to the kitchen and dug through the bag and pulled out a box of animal crackers that he had bought. And he started spreading these animal crackers out all over the kitchen table. And she says, Jimmy, what are you doing? And he said, well, when we bought this, the box said if the seal is broken, you can't eat them. And I'm looking for the seal.
That's hilarious.
Another one that the guys like this one, but I must say I get the fish eye from a lot of the women who hear about it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but a couple and their young boy was at a wedding, and the boy asked his mother, why are brides' wedding dresses always white? She says, son, that's to show that the bride is pure. And he started thinking, okay, I don't understand, but I'll ask Dad. Dad, why are wedding dresses always white? Dad looked him in the eye and said, son, don't you know all kitchen appliances come in white?
Oh, ouch. That's funny. Who did you look up to? Did you have people you looked up to growing up that you thought were funny that you?
Well, for a while in Washington, I worked with a comedian who worked throughout the Midwest, Charlie Prose, and did some writing for him, produced some of his video and audio tapes, and actually took him out to Hollywood to let him try out for some of the big guest shows out there. And he went to the Comedy Store and was a hit. And he was an absolute nervous wreck. And when he got done, he said, well, now I know I can do it. I'm just going back to the Midwest and do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And he made a nice long career of being a comedian through traveling around to venues throughout the Midwest.
Wow.
Retired to Florida.
Who would you say that the book is for? Who should buy the book?
Anybody you know, because who do you know doesn't need a good laugh occasionally?
Yeah.
Okay. And there is truly something in it for everybody. Nobody, not even me, is going to like everything in every book. But 90% of what is there, people will get a chuckle out of. Okay. And yeah, there's some historical things in it. There's some things that you tend to think about. And one that is popular is a story about on a cold day in December many years ago. And right now it's 5 degrees here in Ohio. A little boy about 10 years old was standing in the street in front of a shoe store. And he was barefoot. He was looking through the windows and shivering with the cold. And this lady saw him there and said, oh my, but you're in such deep thoughts looking through that window. And he says, well, I was asking God to give me a pair of shoes. Lady took him by the hand and went into the shoe store and asked the attendant there, could you get us a basin of water and a towel and bring us a supply of socks for this boy? And he went to the back of the store, sat down. The lady took her coat off and washed his feet. Then she put on some of the socks. Said, "Now bring me a pair of shoes for this young boy." And he did. And she got the shoes on him and gave him the rest of the socks and said, "Now I think you'll be a lot more comfortable." And as she turned to go, the boy looked up, took her hand, and said, "Are you God's wife?"
Oh, that's so.
Humorous,
Oh,
it's not, but it makes you think.
yeah, yeah, that's so sweet. Hmm. Well, how far into, okay, when you start sending out this email, how far into sending these did you think, oh, this is like catching on, this is becoming something that people are uh, expecting and loving? Like, when did it become a thing?
Would you believe it wasn't until a couple years ago? I
Really?
just enjoyed doing it. Okay. There's
Mhm.
no fee or anything. I wasn't getting anything out of it, but I enjoyed hearing responses. And quite frankly, the majority of these thoughts and entries are from people who've submitted them. I do the editing, but they come from other people. And each entry in the book gives the contributor's name and the date that it was first published. And this first volume has things from January of 2005 up until December of 2023.
Wow.
So you can take a look at it. You know, if it's a political story, you can almost be assured that it's not of the current administration.
Mhm.
It's coming from one of the previous presidents around there.
Where can people sign up? Like, where can people connect with you?
Well, they can sign up on my website, which is internet-humor.com. Okay,
Okay.
it's internet with a hyphen before the humor.
What do you love most about your life right now?
The fact that I am just thoroughly enjoying talking to people about the book, going out and, meeting people, signing books, and I like to meet new people. That's as tough
Yeah.
as it gets, and I'm 81. So, I'm not planning on doing any more work per se. I'm just doing what I want to do.
That's fun. I love that answer. It's a pleasure meeting you and hearing your story, and thank you for bringing humor into the world. It's much needed.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much for the invitation. I must say I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, good. Come back anytime. You've got lots of books coming out, so come back anytime you want.
I appreciate it. You can look
All
forward to
right.
that.
Bill Williams, everyone. The book is called 20 Years of Internet Humor. We'll take a break and be right back after this. Don't go away. Life is difficult. Are you feeling overwhelmed or like you could use a little support for your mental well being? Visit the Help Hub. It's the most comprehensive and inclusive free online destination for mental health resources, helpful tools, crisis hotlines, and supportive content. Just go to thehelphub.co to find the resources you need when you need them most. Unlike other resource pages, the Help Hub is divided into 16 different categories, ensuring that everyone in every community has access to the resources and support that matches their unique needs. Find the help you're looking for at thehelphub.co. Welcome back, everyone. Hey, we've reached 700 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you to everybody who watches on YouTube, who subscribes. I appreciate it. Go over to our YouTube and subscribe over there. There's clips and there's other stuff over there as well. All of the people that I work with, Introspection, Everyday Enchantment, Gorilla HR, all the podcasts that I work on are over there. If I'm on a show, that's over there. If you can't get enough of me, so that's pretty exciting. I'm excited about that. Okay, that's it. I hope you all have a great weekend. It's Friday today, and stay safe, stay cool. Around here, it looks like it's going to rain. I don't know what's happening. I would like to be at the pool. I also have to go pick up my car right after tonight. Right after tonight? Huh? Uh, right after work, when I'm done, I'm going to go pick up my car. It's at the mechanic. And there's a chance I have to go buy a new car this weekend. So, sometimes that's exciting and sometimes it's not. And right now it's not. So there's that. But if you'd like to help by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/makeyourdayricher, I'd appreciate that. Have a great weekend, everyone. Go make your day richer. Go make somebody else's day richer. You've made mine by showing up and watching this show, and I love you for it. And I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.